So there you go. It's right there. That's funny. So what y'all don't know is that we've been talking for about 5 minutes with no recording at all. Not at all.
Too.
At all. Yeah.
It was fun.
So here we go.
Good night, Gus.
Introduction. Welcome to another episode of His Wife, Her Husband.
I am SHEMIKA, his wife.
And I am Patrick, her husband, and our purpose is to help you build
and sustain your marriage
from a biblical perspective. Now, what you didn't hear these past 5 minutes, because we didn't hit the record button, was on July the 21st, we officially launched our His Wife, Her Husband coaching, His Wife, Her Husband marriage and life coaching business. And SHEMIKA was giving her perspective of how she feels about how does she feel about, officially launching the business.
Yeah. So it's really technically been a week now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, I am very excited. It's nothing like accomplishing a goal and actually seeing it come to pass.
Yeah.
So it feels really good. So had an opportunity to graduate from a coaching program, and then to immediately step into, completing the business or doing the launching. It was really good. I was sharing with a good friend of mine about how excited I was about the turnout that we had, because a lot of times our city gets the reputation of not being supportive. And so in the midst of it being a Saturday after church, we had a very nice turnout of supporters to come to help us to launch His Wife, Her Husband coaching business. And so that just did my heart so good. So yes, it is. I do believe that it will continue to spread abroad internationally, as it has. But yeah, it was like, wow, my city showed up. My friends and family showed up. And so, being entrepreneurs or business owners, you brace yourself for.
What's up?
Did we leave this unlocked?
Huh?
Did we leave this unlocked?
Nope, we did not.
So thank you for coming home. And thank you.
Right. How was your day?
It's cool.
Okay.
Smooth.
You said what?
Smooth.
Smooth? Huh? No, you're not in the back.
Watch the cord.
You say hello.
You don't have to. You can. You don't have to.
Okay.
What was I saying? See if you was listening.
Being supportive, friends, our city.
Yes, good stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
You dug in. Yeah, you put. Yeah. So a lot of times you hear that friends and family want support. But our friends and families, they showed up.
You're about to go to something different, though.
No, that was it. Like just the reputation of our city is
so
that it was kind of crabby. It made me feel good. Like it was invigorating. It was a relief. It was very refreshing. I guess I can say it was very, very refreshing to have your family and friends to show up and to support the business.
Yeah.
Like it's like yes, it's just. I don't know, it's just confirming like all the more that we're on track. Like people don't show up. I think people don't show up for people that's not doing. It's not in their lane and their vein. So it's kind of like yes, we not saying that what God called us to, that we need anybody to validate. But what use would it be to be doing something that God called you to do and nobody's showing up like that? That's not it. It make you question. Am I really doing it? It
doesn't mean if God called you to it, whether people show up or not. So you're saying what good is it to do it if God calls something, people don't show up?
So it's kind of like I don't really know what I was trying to say, but I do know that it feels good to receive a call and then to have people to be there to support you by confirming the call.
It feels good. Like
yes.
So I get what you said. I was trying to understand what you were saying, because the truth be told, anybody that does anything, if you're doing anything, you want somebody to, like, no leader wants all leaders want to lead people.
Yeah,
So
you need people, and you need
you know
people
what
to
I'm saying?
lead.
So it's like you don't want to start something and nobody's coming out to support. Nobody's, investing their time or whatever. But at the same time, you have to have had a reputation or consistency in giving out good quality, whether it be advice, whatever the case may be, merchandise, whatever. You want to be someone who has a good reputation of always doing something good and right and consistent. And I think that's what people begin to support, because that is your vein. So you may not have like mega whatever, but you're going to have somebody that's going to come alongside you and begin to support you. And I think the consistency, because a lot of times people just want to see, is this a fly by night thing? You know what I'm saying? Are you just doing something? Or is this really what you're doing? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know. Because I think even for church, I think God gives the increase for everybody. I just think there are certain laws that God created in the universe that anybody can use, whether you're a believer or not. But since I am a believer, I believe it'll work best for me because that's my dad and I'm using his principle for, my business, whatever it is. But yeah, so yeah.
So how you feel?
I'm excited. Like, I'm truly excited. I finally, I think I said it to them. I'm finally operating not only my purpose, but my purpose is my profession. I know I've said before that sometimes you love your job and that's your profession, but you don't have fulfillment. Like, your profession gives you finances, but it doesn't give you fulfillment. And purpose gives you fulfillment. And sometimes people have profession, but they don't have purpose. And so I was trying to figure out, I love my job, making good money, but I'm missing something. That's because that's the purpose that you're missing. So sometimes you may not have purpose, and your profession and your purpose may not be the same thing. But I'm at a point now, you're not listening to me. I'm at a point now, she's not listening to me at all. Tell me what I just said.
I'm at a point
no,
now.
No, not
my
the last
purpose
thing.
and my profession meet
No,
together.
it's because I've said it before. That's why you say it. That's how old.
I am a mama. I multitask. I heard you. I saw what he was doing.
His wife, her husband, their kids. Theirs.
So our son, what's your Instagram?
Which one?
The fitness, the one you're coaching.
Patrick Keith Global PT.
Patrick Keith Global PT.
PatrickKeithGlobalt.
Right. So our son is a certified trainer.
Personal trainer, yes, sir.
A certified personal trainer.
For what?
A certified personal trainer.
Stop!
A certified personal trainer. So follow him. He can be your coach, and you'll get fit. So yeah.
Fitness in here. Stronger.
Wow. Yeah. So for me, it's my profession and my purpose is the same thing. I think sometimes that's a rare thing that my purpose and my profession is the same thing. And so not only will it bring finances, but it'll bring fulfillment at the same time. So for me, I'm extremely excited. Like I love cutting hair. Not necessarily cutting hair, but I like the camaraderie and the conversations that I have with the fellas. It's okay, babe. You can go ahead, lock the bottom lock too.
Ouch!
Lock the bottom lock too.
Domestic violence.
But also, you just stay focused. Just focus.
Keep going.
What was I saying?
I don't know.
See there? You weren't listening.
I didn't say I wasn't listening.
Yes, that means you weren't listening if you don't know what I was saying.
I got distracted. That's why it was too much
Just
fun.
because
I was overstimulated.
No, because you weren't paying attention. If you focus on me, other stuff, you won't get distracted by other things.
Keep going. Do you remember what you said?
I do.
Say it again.
No.
Because you don't remember.
Anyway, so profession and purpose, the same thing, and I'm excited. Like, this is the first time I get to do this. I love the things I'm doing now. I think they have their place, but this is the first time, like, I'm going, like, this is our baby. Like, this is ours, and I'm excited. We just got new business cards. We're creating a brochure for all these things. The excitement of the beginning stages of it, So yeah. I'm excited. We had it. It was surreal. Is that the right word?
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, so yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
You
I
sure?
feel like you're making fun of me. I don't know why. I don't know why I feel like you're making fun of me.
Why would you feel like I'm making fun of you?
I don't know. It's a little move you did.
Okay.
What's going on? What's going on? What's up?
I have to do better with my facial tone. I'm listening.
I'm done. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So anyway, Patrick, I'm glad that you. I don't know why I'm tickled, but I'm glad that you that everything is surreal and is coming to pass. Today when we were talking about,
I feel like you was making fun of me because I kept talking, and you were looking like, okay, can you stop talking? You laughing at something, you're not letting it on. You're not. Go on, let it out. Say it. Come on, please.
No,
you're not gonna say it, or it was something, but you're not gonna say it.
Patrick.
What?
What? You forgot what you were saying and realized you was talking too much. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just here to support.
I can't wait to play this back.
What I do?
Go ahead. We were talking earlier.
I asked you to repeat what you said. You didn't repeat because you didn't remember. Like your words got away from you. Your words and your thoughts got away from you.
Nope.
I'm convinced.
We were talking earlier.
You're not even here anymore.
What? You said we were talking earlier.
About what?
You didn't finish your statement.
That's true. I was just saying if you was listening. Okay. So we was talking earlier about having baby fever.
You was talking about baby fever.
And why you looking scared? It's okay. I ain't got no pregnancy test or nothing to pop out. It's good. We good. Okay. Well, I was thinking about how the business is a type of a baby,
Mm-hmm.
like what you care for. So we have Inspire Church.
Mm-hmm.
We have HisWife, HerHusband coaching. We have Exclusive Impressions. So we have things that we're doing, and these are types of babies that we have to nurture and
Mm-hmm.
care well for. So we're giving our businesses and even the ministry what it needs to be healthy and to thrive, to
Mm-hmm.
nurture it. And so you give it according to its nature, its bent.
Yeah.
And so you serve it in the area. So I was just thinking about that. I want to share that. Especially with us being in a place of empty nesting.
Mm-hmm.
And, again, that baby fever will come up. It is a whole thing. Who knew? It's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times, if you are not wise, you will, you can find yourself making irrational decisions or impulsive decisions without them being thought out, thinking that this new beginning that you want is maybe in another area when really it should be in this sector. Like it could be in another area that God is calling you to birth a dream, to birth a vision, to birth a ministry, whatever He's called you to, and to really be all invested, put your energies and your efforts into making sure that you do what He's put you on earth to do, and to be able to help and serve other people. Because even when you think about us parenting our children, we nurtured and took care of them for an allotted amount of time, but the whole purpose was for them to move out and to go and to make a difference in the world, to make a difference in the church. And so it wasn't given just for us. We did get to enjoy them, but the agenda is for them to go out and to continue to create and to cultivate. And so I think that's the same thing it is with the business. It's near and dear to our heart now because we're starting it out. So it's the business cards, it's the brochures, it's the website, it's putting the content out, it's being consistent, it's backing up, it's balancing the home, the marriage. All of those things come with the development of it until it is self-sustained. It's able to run itself. But before then, before then, it take us parenting and stimulating, getting it going, and come on, we got to feed you, we got to change you, we got to give you rest.
That's one of the things for me the launch did. In my heart, there's more urgency, or not urgency is not the word, more commitment to making sure. So I would say the first part of this year, in terms of putting out the content that we know we have good information, like we got a plethora of stuff, y'all, that we can just talk about that we feel like will help marriages. And we were slow for about doing it. But the launch is almost like, okay, wait a minute, I'm seeing now. I'm this city on a hill that's lit and everybody sees it. So it's like, okay, don't whatever happens, but it's not gonna not happen because of me. I always tell people, like, always go for the dream. Whatever it is you want to do, go for it, give it everything you got. If it doesn't work, at least you can say it's not because of me. I would rather have I tried and didn't make it rather than I regret I didn't try. You feel what I'm saying?
And so what come to my mind too, and I think that we probably feeling the same thing but just hadn't communicated. You are really big on when you put your word out there. So the launch was us putting the word, giving the news out that this is what we're doing. Now, it's other people that they know that we was doing the coaching all along, but it was like the official launching. It's like, let me put my word, let you hear my voice, let me present to you the presentation, let me give you the offer, right? And so we put our word out there, and there is no going back on that word. Now it's kind of like back in the days they used to shake hands to confirm a deal. So it's like when we showed up, we rented a space, we brought the merchandise up, and we showed up. And so it's kind of like, whoa, we put our word out there. We put the information out there. And there were, and again, the people showed up to receive the information, which is an indication that the services that we're offering, that it is needed and wanted. And so, and
they were willing to come and hear what we had to say.
And since we done put our word out there, it's no going back on that word. It's like, keep going.
So let's plug in marriage right there. This is key for husbands and wives. That if you tell your wife something, husbands and wives, if you tell your wife something, husbands and wives, if you tell your husband something, be a man or woman of your word. Like, the only thing should keep you from keeping your word is death. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, something
emergency,
weird, emergency may happen. But other than that, I just didn't, like, even for me, I'm gonna say it. If I say I'm gonna do it, I do everything I can, even if I'm tired. It's like, no, but I said I was going to, whatever it is. So if you, part of creating the trust in the marriage, creating the confidence in the marriage, creating the closeness. Good word. Creating, especially for the wife, creating the security in the marriage is keeping my word, letting my yea be yea and my nay be nay. If I say I'm not going to do it,
yea and nay?
Stop playing. If I'm not going to do it, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? If I am going to do it, make sure you do what you say you're going to do, and do it with all of your might. Do it with all of your strength, all your power, whatever you got to make sure you do it right and do it to the apex of your ability. And I think that'll help marriages out. Just what's that word? What word would we call it? Faith, not faithfulness.
What you said to the best of your ability.
To the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying?
To be committed, maybe.
Yeah, maybe it was commitment.
I don't know. I will say that is an area that I definitely have to continue to work on, especially when, I would say for me personally, it's like not experiencing the importance of keeping your word until I got with you. So now it's like, okay, really think through what you said, and there's a lot of things that I do need to pick that word back up and do it, right? But yeah, I had to do better, and wives and husbands, even insinuating, I really had to work on that.
Yeah.
Because you cannot give your word, but then you've been giving me this indication that this is what you were going to do, and then you don't come through. That's still a form of disappointment.
Because the person is expecting whatever that is you're saying. You're like, your favorite meal. You want your favorite meal tonight? Yeah, I want my favorite meal. Okay. You want your favorite meal? And I get home after work, and I'm looking for like, I just didn't feel like. But you said you was gonna. I'm tired though. I just like, no, but you made it seem like you was really gonna.
You insinuate. Yeah. So even to hint around, to tease, to insinuate, is still misleading, and it leads to not trusting. It leads to disappointment, and then it can harbor and fester ill will, ill feelings.
Yeah.
So we had to do better about making sure that especially when it comes to our spouse, because a lot of times we'll keep our word quicker to someone else outside of this important relationship.
Yep.
But we will balk on keeping our word to our husbands and our wives because maybe we just, like, you made the promise you're going to be there. So it's kind of like, we take it for granted. We take one another for granted. So just remember that spouses have feelings. Even if those feelings are sometimes not expressed, it's still a heartfelt, like it's still a sting to the heart when we don't come through for the one that we said that we would to.
You believe your marriage is in need of coaching? SHEMIKA and I are certified marriage and life coaches. Just log into our website, www.HisWife.HerHusband.net, to book your discovery call.
Wives, if you are looking for one-on-one coaching, put his wife in the notes section.
Husbands, if you are looking for one-on-one coaching, put her husband in the notes section.
Husbands and wives, if you are looking for marriage coaching as a couple, put his wife, her husband, in the notes section.
Remember, our purpose is to help you build
and sustain your marriage
from a biblical perspective.
So go on over to www.HisWife.HerHusband.net to schedule your discovery call today.
I think for men, because you said spouses have feelings, I think for men, we don't somehow we've made it seem as if though we can't have feelings or emotions or disappointments about situations. So we create this hard exterior, but in actuality, we are feeling some kind of way. We just don't express it the same way. It may come out, I don't know how it may come out a little bit more aggressive in certain areas of life.
Or it may come out, it may come across as a distancing. He may a husband or a spouse may get more involved in an outside activity.
Correct.
Versus being in the spouse's space, in the
Yeah.
wife's space. Why? Because I already took a hit, and I took one too many hits. And so my way of protecting myself is I'm going to wash the car, I'm going to cut the grass, I'm going to stay at work
Yeah.
longer.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, cutting that grass, that's therapy. You know what I'm saying? So, it was good therapy for me, for it at least. So I think the problem is, as men, not expressing how we really feel. Like, to really say, that hurt my feelings.
Well, I didn't appreciate that.
That made me feel sad. That made me feel mad. I felt disrespected. Whatever that thing is, I think as men we have to do a better job of expressing that we are hurt, that we are sad. I think it comes across because we're always being told to be strength, and we think strength means not showing emotions, or not showing fear, or not showing our certain feelings that we have. But that's not true strength. Or if it is, it's the kind of strength that will weigh you down at some point, and you'll be
burned out.
Yeah, you'll be burned out.
You're just like whatever.
Yeah.
And I like how you said that too, because I can remember hearing like "man up," "men don't cry," things like that, and it I think too, let me see, not psychologically, I can't think of the
Physically?
word. Yeah,
Physicality?
physiology. I can't think of the word, but the physical makeup of a man is definitely different than a woman, right? So it's not to say that he can't feel, because he's gonna feel,
Right.
but the way he expresses it is different than the way a woman does it. So I think that there are times where society or families have given space for a man to cry in the event of a severe loss or something like that. But when it comes to just a regular offense, it's like, don't you say nothing about that, just overlook that. And so to some degree, it may be good because it's like, a man don't need to match a woman's feelings. Like it's a way to balance, to bring balance out. But then by the same token, it's like this has happened one too many times.
Yeah.
And it's like I need to address this. So a man may not have to cry it out, but he still needs to say, "Baby, that I didn't like that. Don't do that." No.
Or he may need to cry. So growing up, I was a crybaby growing up.
Okay.
And then I had to toughen up. So I went through a stage where, because I was a mama's boy, and I would cry easily, and then I had to go through a stage where I had to learn how to hold back my tears, and you can't cry, and you got to be a man, and so now I'm going through this phase of my life where I'm creating this external hardness because I'm trying to make sure I don't come across as this soft dude,
like a wimpy person. Yeah.
So now I create this thing in my mind where you gotta be true, stop crying, blah, blah. And I messed up with my first two children with that, about making sure they have this hard exterior, like you don't. Then I ran across, it was an interview, I think it's a guy named Jason Wilson, and he was on the Breakfast Club, and he was doing an interview. Now this guy's like triple black belt and all this kind of stuff. And he started talking about how, now this is a guy that probably can whoop everybody in America one-on-one. And he was talking about how there's a chemical in the tear that when we cry, it pulls the stress out. And so he was saying, like, if you need to, as a man, if you need to cry. Because what's happening is that we have these young men who are going around and they don't know how to express themselves or when to express themselves. They don't know what to do with all of these emotions. And so he had this acronym.
You want me by you?
He had this acronym of THUG, which is traumatized humans unable to grieve. So you have these young dudes that they are traumatized humans unable to grieve. And what we're seeing in our community, this is the harvest of trying to tell these guys, you got to tough up, you can't do this.
Or not.
And these guys don't know, and they're having PTSD because they're growing up in the hood with gunshots and violence and all this kind of stuff. And so,
ain't no man there to help them process it.
right,
Not
Yeah.
for them to tell them what to do with those feelings.
Yeah.
How to get it out. Because now, like you said, cutting the lawn was it was therapy for you.
Yeah.
Well, they're not cutting the lawn anymore. They don't. They are not giving coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
And I would say not just men, even women too. Like, we don't know how to cope.
But I think there are a lot more things out there for women than there are for men.
I mean, I agree, but you can still see the unhealthiness. I mean, like, when you stop and look at society, it's like, okay, where are the mothers and where are the fathers?
I guess for me, there are more resources or access to resources for women than there are for men to help you all with your
feelings,
emotions and griefs and stuff like that. And,
I agree.
It wasn't overall, I don't think it was taught for women to hold the emotion. I'm not saying some women didn't do it, but I just don't think overall.
Yeah.
Overall, I was, for men, and I don't know, maybe it was because of, for our ancestors, how we grew up or what was happening. You had to kind of do this so that people wouldn't see, or they would call it weakness. I don't know, but
I agree that it is more socially acceptable.
That's good. I like that.
For women to, they go shopping or they actually go see a therapist or a counselor. Like, it's just not something that I agree with you that it don't seem like it's socially acceptable. It's now coming around that men need therapy too.
Yeah.
They need to, a break and whatever. So it's like we are restructuring those systems to include both parties. Because at the end of the day, even though you're a man and I'm a woman, we are humans.
Yeah.
And you have feelings. I have feelings. Like, that's what make us human.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, this is why we're here to bring some clarity, because in the marriage, you do need a safe space to communicate.
And your spouse need to be your safe space.
Yeah. Yeah.
More important.
Yeah. And in Proverbs 31, it says that the heart of her husband does trust her. And so when it comes to our husband's hearts, we should be the place where you should be able to find rest, refuge, from the cares of life.
Yeah.
I always say that a man should be eager to leave home to go and work to make a living for his spouse, and he should be eager to leave work to come back home to his wife. Like, it's that
to make
it's
loving.
Amen.
Go out to make a living, come back to make a loving.
Amen. Amen. I like that.
Thank y'all for coming with me, y'all.
But it's that balanced blend. Yeah. So, and it's working it all in together. The why. You have a reason to go to work, and you have a reason to come home. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's a win-win. That's a good balance. So,
All right. So, not communication. What was it? Express yourself. It is keep your word, express yourself, and create a safe space for spouses to communicate one with another. Yeah?
Yep.
All right.
I agree.
Again, we just officially launched our His Wife, Her Husband marriage and life coaching business. There's a link that says HisWifeHerHusband.net. Click the link and book your discovery call today. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell notification. Listen, hit the bell notification, because we like music artists. We might drop at midnight a new video, and you need to make sure you get that video first so you can be on top of everything that we're giving out here at His Wife, Her Husband. All right?
Yeah.
We're good?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see y'all later.
Marriage at midnight. Dun, dun.